Guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and I've got a sweet deal for you if you're a content creator looking for a laptop, or you're a light gamer looking for a laptop. If you want to do some heavy gaming or VR, this isn't the direction for you. You want to go a GTX 1060. But before I get ahead of myself, what is the item? What is that laptop that's so great? It's the Acer VX15. It's a 15.6 inch IPS HD panel. It's 1980 by 1080. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, sure. It's a 1080p HD screen on the thing. It is IPS, like I said, which is good. And it's got the GTX 1050 Ti in there. It's under $1,000. It's rocking the Intel i7 7th generation 7700 processor in there. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know if I'm missing anything else or not, but it is a gaming laptop that doesn't look, it looks like a gaming laptop. It looks like the little brother of the Acer Predator. But the price, that's the sweet spot. Oh, it's got 512 gigs SSD, M.2 drive in there. It's got room for a 2.5 inch SSD drive, or whatever drive you want to put in there. And you can get the bracket from them once you get the laptop. You just message them. They want your the model number or the serial number off of it, and they'll send you that bracket for free. So you can install your very own 2.5 inch hard drive in there. So this thing is great for video editing. I think for editing it's great. The bad thing, the screen, 65% RGB scale, so you're not going to get that 99%, but you're not paying over $1,000 either, so you're getting really great quality. You're getting like $1,200 to $1,400 range quality, in my opinion, packed into like a little over $900. And there's a 256 gig SSD one, same specs. That's like a little over $800. Now this is refurbished direct from Acer. There's 3 ways that you can get it. You can get it from eBay, you get it from Amazon, and you get it direct from Acer itself off their outlet site, refurbished site. But I'll leave links to all 3. Now this is special, this is important. eBay, about once a week it seems like, sends you an email saying that you want to activate this code to gain 8% eBay bucks, or 10% or 15%. Right now until midnight on the 12th, Friday, tomorrow, you can get 10%, and I do believe it's on this laptop, which makes about $100. You'll get back almost 97 bucks or something like that off, which brings this laptop down to 900 bucks. Let's talk about these specs one more time. It's an Acer VX15, 15.6 inch IPS panel, 1080p panel. It's got the GTX 1050 Ti, which you want to go the Ti route, not the 1050, because it's about a 25% increase in horsepower on the 1050 Ti over the 1050. Now, if you go up into the 1060, I think you're looking at 60% gain over the Ti. So it's a huge jump, and that jump is what moves it into the VR category. And the 1050s, they can't touch VR. But if you're not doing VR, you're doing some light gaming, this unit can really kick some tail on video editing, which is what I had to get it for. We had a baby, so I got to be like right there watching the kid. I want to be, and this is a powerhouse that competes almost, because I've got a 1060 in my office tower, and I'm also running a ultra wide, I think it's 34-inch LG monitor that is calibrated from the factory, is professional calibrated. What I recommend doing is get yourself like a spider calibration little tool thing that sits on the screen, and you calibrate your screen and try to squeeze as much accuracy out of that screen as possible. And I think you can limp by with using this for video editing, probably some photo editing too, but it depends on if you're professional, if you're like me, a hobbyist on YouTube. If you're like me, this is perfect. If you're not doing this for your sole job, and you're doing this as a hobby, a family hobby, a YouTube hobby like me, this fits solid and perfect into it. Just watch the hinge on the thing. Looks a little flexible. It's made out of plastic, but heavy duty plastic. You can get into the back of it to add that 2.5 inch drive, and also change out the 16 gigs of RAM if you wanted to, because it'll support up to 32 gigs. You got to take off like 13 or 14 screws off the back. It's a little pain in the ass to get in there. Pop off the plastic stuff and part of the plastic hinge, and you can get in there. And then once you get the bracket, it's a plug and play thing, and put it back together again, and you're good. But ultimate, I think for the under $1,000, you know, I mean, you can get the 256 gig same specs, $823. It's refurbished. Or the 512 gig for the $940, I think is what it was on eBay. And also Amazon, you know, if you got your card, you get like 3 or 5% cash back. Also go through eBay to get a 1%, I think it is, cash back, but it beats nothing. And eBay, watch for your activate code thing to get your eBay bucks back. So you can get almost $100 back if you go for the 512 gig. And you can also go through Acer's official site. But all the links listed below. Hope I'm not repetitive, but I think this is a genius, great deal. I've been looking for a long time, and I really wanted to try to get one into the 10 series, the GTX 10 series graphics cards under $1,000. Packing this SSD card or this SSD drive really is just singing sweet symphonies to my earlobes. So thanks for watching. And I will see you later. I'm looking to see if I can hit this in the mirror. Goodbye. Goodbye.